Krutch.
What's going on, Krutch?
Hey guys, how's it going?
All right, man. Can we
Good,
call you
good.
Krutch or Mr. Krutch?
Yeah, Krutch, Mr. Krutch, I'll take whatever you want, man. It's all good.
So what's up, man? Krutch is he's been listening to us and checking us out for a minute. He hit us up and said he wanted to join us. So I was like, "Fuck it, man. You look like a cool guy. We trust you."
Oh
I
yeah.
got that face. I got that trustworthy face.
Yeah, man. I noticed right away you have a trendy vinyl player behind you. What kind of player is that?
Yeah, that was this way. I guess.
Yeah.
That was a Kickstarter that I backed a couple of years ago, just for like a weird vertical looking vinyl.
Yeah?
Spins fun, so.
Sounds
That's
good.
Crazy. Is that a vinyl on there, like an orange vinyl?
Yeah, that's terrible.
Terrible. That's what I thought.
Oh hell yeah, that's sweet. It looks good up there, man. I like that.
Thanks, man.
All right, so what's up? How you doing, man?
Good. The kind of out of work ish right now. Like
Yeah.
I was working on I work in film, and the show that I went on just went under because of a COVID outbreak. So we ended up getting 2 weeks work pause, but my position allows me to work through it. So it's like just kind of an extra 2 weeks of pay that I get to work. So it's not the worst thing, but it's not the best thing either. So just kind of sitting here in limbo.
That's pretty cool, man. If you don't mind, I mean, what are you allowed to tell us about your line of work? I mean, are you allowed to tell what you're working on, or?
I think so. I don't really know. Like, I mean, what I'm working on right now is as a director's assistant on a Netflix feature.
Oh, cool.
Called Mixtape that'll be coming out. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's gonna appeal to the Juggalo world. It's like a family movie, but check it out.
That's cool, man. That sounds like a neat job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. You know, it's a grind. You sacrifice a lot of social time because our hours are just so like, you know,
Yeah.
we work 13, 14-hour shifts.
I hear that's rough, man. But like, I mean, it sounds like it'd be worth it to be doing something like in an industry you love. You know, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, totally. Like it's both the hardest and most rewarding job that I've ever had, right? Like,
yeah, that's cool.
What, you said director's assistant?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've had assistant in my title for like 9 years now. So like I've been director's assistant, showrunner's assistant, executive assistant, writer, like just everything. I'm learning tons though, like just kind of absorbing it all.
So you're ready to start directing, right?
Eventually I'd like to direct, but I think right now I want to get my writing game up.
Yeah, that's cool, man. You did send, I meant to show you. I'll see if I can pull it up. You sent me some of your art that was really cool. I won't pull it up on the show. I won't embarrass you. I don't know if you're into sharing your shit like that. But
I mean, you can if you want. It's the first shit that I've painted pretty much ever. I decided to pick it up as a hobby during quarantine. I think everybody started dabbling into weird things I've never tried before.
I thought about doing it myself, picking up paint, and I didn't get around to it. I just started drawing again a lot more.
Yeah, I actually I never played an instrument, but I picked up ukulele while we were quarantining, and I got pretty decent at it.
Right on, man.
It's pretty fun.
That's awesome.
So here's some of Krutch's art that he sent me. He said this one was reminiscent of a vagina. I think he made a joke about that to me. Here, I'm gonna show the listeners.
Looks like like an angle of a volcano, like the inside of it or something.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to not see after you see it. I was like, oh my god, what did I just do?
Yeah, he's got some cool stuff.
Kind of looks like an Arizona landscape, maybe something like that, like a little rocky orange sky type of thing.
Yeah, he's got all kinds of cool stuff. So you're an artist.
Color schemes.
You're a director's assistant. He mentioned that he might be into helping out with your comic idea too. So you guys got to click.
Oh hell yeah, man! I've been looking for someone to help me write a comic for a long time.
Man, I'd be more than happy to.
Hell yeah! So
that would be incredible.
So Krutch, let's talk Juggalo stuff. We got to know you a little bit.
Yeah.
What got you into ICP? How long you been down? Shit like that.
You know, it's a bit blurry. It's funny because after you're like, yeah, let's do it, I was like, what the hell is my origin story? Because it all just kind of blurs together at that time, right?
Yeah.
I want to say the earliest exposure I had to Juggalo lifestyle was the Hatchet Man always popping up on Raw. That was always something that I was like, what is that? And then I'd go into Spencer's and I'd see this big glowing Hatchet Man. I'd be like, what is that? It looks so cool.
That's sweet.
But I think it was a Jekyll Brothers ad in the back of a WWF magazine at the time. That was just like Jack's face. with like a date, and I was like, that's freaking awesome. And then I remember going into an HMV, and there was all these CDs, but I was way too broke to buy a CD. So when I was just trying to like be a part of a conversation at school, they're like, "Oh, what are you listening to?" And I went, "Oh, Insane Clown Posse." Like, and I had no idea what they even sounded like.
That's funny.
Trying to be a part of a conversation.
So wait, about what year do you think that is?
Oh God,
like
I mean,
99, right?
I was born in '85, so I would have been like 14.
Okay, so you were right around the same age, near same age as us then. I'm 36. Carver's a year or two older than me. But yeah, so it was around a similar time. It's obviously, if you're seeing the Juggalo Brothers ad and stuff, that does kind of paint that picture. I guess that was a silly question, but
that was a big time for a lot of Juggalos came aboard during Juggalo Brothers.
Yeah,
ICP liked to bitch a lot about the WWF fucking them over and not like airing their commercials during, because that's one reason why they said they never went back to WWF is because they made a deal. Vince said he'd play their commercials like during, and they never did. So they just like, well, we're not going. Alex told them to just skip out on them.
Yeah,
but this is proof right here. They gained fans during the WWF run anyway, because there were still ads in the magazines and everything.
I mean, Juggalos were advertising for them.
Yeah, I mean, so many people found ICP through wrestling.
That's pretty cool.
They like to bitch about it, but I guarantee you, they gained shit tons of fans because of that.
Man, way back when, a hobby of mine was collecting, and I know I'm not alone here. I was collecting a lot of like wrestling theme songs. Like, just for your own computer, just to, like, as like your own little playlist. Back when like real audio was a thing.
Yeah, of course.
So I remember the song that they used for Vampiro in WCW was
"Take It," right?
Yeah. No, Take It was eventually, but Play With Me was for his like faction called the Deadpool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, that one was hazy. Didn't they have one called the Dark Carnival in the WCW?
Maybe. I
mean,
I was more of a WWF watcher. But anyways, I just remember hearing that, and I thought the band was called Deadpool. So for like the first little bit, I thought I had actually heard ICP. I just thought they were called Deadpool.
That's funny, man.
That is
all blurred.
So you got an interesting origin then. Like you kind of like you didn't have anyone like kind of leading the way. You kind of just like threw yourself into it.
Yeah, I just kind of fell into it, and it's really weird because I was dating this like very Christian girl for at the time. So, yeah, but I was like all about the extremes, right? Because like on one hand, I was listening to a lot of Christian rock. Like my name Krutch is from 1000 Foot Krutch, which is a Christian rock band. And like I went full Christian rock. I was listening to like Delirious and Lifehouse and Switchfoot and all that stuff. But then I'd be like on the side, like Rob Zombie and ICP and Slipknot.
That's weird.
Like, there was no middle ground.
So were you also religious, or did you at least grow up religious, or? I'm curious if there's a tie-in.
Yeah, I didn't grow up religious, but I would say I kind of explored that and found my own take on religion during that time.
Okay.
So I don't know. I think I've always had that built-in thing of like we're all just trying to figure this out together. So
right.
I've never been like that religion's right, that religion's wrong, and I have a hard time saying I am firmly in this category or not when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Well, you're in the religion of the fucking Dark Carnival, man. That's all that matters, you know?
Exactly.
Speaking of that, as a teenager first getting into ICP, did you hear any of those messages, like those kind of spiritual, we follow God style messages, like before the 6th, obviously?
Yeah, it kind of echoing what you guys have been saying all along, like it wasn't like it was hidden. It was pretty blatant at times what the messaging was. So by the time that the unveiling came around, it was that like, yeah, but
yeah, right,
exactly.
What's the second half? That's the part we knew, and it's over. Oh, that was okay.
You know what?
That was it.
You know what would have made the unveiling so much better is if during the unveiling they unveil that they're doing 2 more decks of Joker's cards.
Yeah.
That would have been
They didn't
incredible.
know at that point, man. They probably didn't know.
That would have been actually worth it. Like, oh, what the? That would have blew my fucking mind back then, bro.
Yeah.
Or
I was thinking,
if they would have at least done a skit where, like, the world blew up.
Yeah, something.
Like a skit. Like,
the end
Shaggy, I love you, man. All right, here it comes. Boom.
But yeah, I guess.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, I mean.
It's really funny. I was thinking about the 6th, of how that was like, their greatest storytelling legacy for all of us, right? Like all of us growing it, like when you were a part of the Six,
Yes.
the original Six, like it was just like incredible
Yeah.
at the time. And then it's like, okay, if you're ICP, you close off the Six. Like, what do we put out next? And because Juggalos are like, we were all like, what's next?
Yeah.
And their theme is literally a vast open field
Yeah.
called the Calm. And they wonder why there was such a drop off of like, all right, well, I guess we're done here.
Well, I guess I mean
it was weird.
Marketing wise, I can see I could hear Violent J probably pitching this in the room or whatever. He's probably like, look, we're gonna have a album where we're just gonna slaughter them. It's gonna be like a storm, so we gotta have the calm before the storm. Like, can't you just hear him like saying that shit? So
oh, totally. I get the concept, but yeah, to follow it up immediately, their apex of their storytelling was just like the field. I don't know, and then they're like, you could hear them in the room being like, I don't know, crop circles. What the hell? What the hell did we talk about?
Yeah, that was so weird.
Yeah, there was crop circles, and then when the Tempest came out, was there anything about aliens on the Tempest?
No, it did not relate at all.
Yeah.
The Tempest didn't even have like a running theme. It was just a collection of fucking songs.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I like the Tempest, but come on.
Yeah, same. But it went from like a storm to a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah. That which was and that by the way, that might possibly be the worst fucking album cover ICP's ever done.
Yeah. The photoshopped like on the roller coaster. They're like, yeah. It's pretty
so
bad.
Stupid. So stupid.
The Tempest title track is pretty fun though. I do like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. I'm actually looking forward to reviewing that. So you said, so how long did your girlfriend stick around once you started your ICP habit at that time?
Oh man, we went the distance. We dated for over 11 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Wow.
So she stuck through it, even though like fucking he's a juggalo now. God damn it. But
man, she got into it at first.
Oh, okay.
She was wearing Hatchet Man, like she was all about it, and then at some point she was like, I don't think this is good for my soul. You know, like I gotta respect that. Like some people, they hear that messaging over and over and over, and it does have a negative, effect on your psyche. So like I get it.
Sure.
I was just like, yeah, that's why I won't play it around you.
Yeah, you can't hold that against her.
Yeah, and that was also around, like I said, the calm when things started to dip off anyway. So I was like,
okay. All right, just curious. Like, it's always interesting how people's entry into becoming a mega juggalo, especially, which it sounds like you were at least. It's always interesting to know how like the people around them reacted. I've always found that fascinating because I mean, thankfully, like everyone I was around, like they were cool for the most part. I actually did lose like my best friend in middle school. Chris, like me and him, like I'm pretty sure he stopped talking to me because I started liking ICP. But then I met you.
School,
but then I met like you and Shane and all them and shit. So I mean, I gained lifelong friends, thankfully due to it. It just sucks because I thought like he was one, and then like obviously he didn't really like it. But he was listening to like Red Hot Chili Peppers and shit.
I've never and it's funny here talking about you went the distance with your girlfriend at the time. I had the same kind of experience, man. I was a juggalo, listening to ICP, wearing all the clothes, and then I start dating this girl who's absolutely does not like them at all, and I'm like, how the hell? Why did she even attract me? I have no clue. She never got into him. We went a decade dating, man, and like she never cared.
So this wasn't the girl that you ended up in a coma
with. Different girl.
Yeah,
different
totally
girl.
one, man.
That girl was fucking just cancer.
Yeah. Glad I forgot about that.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Comas can be good sometimes, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, I actually had a similar story too, though. Like I was with my girlfriend, which you knew at the time, and I was with her when I was like 14. I was 15. So I think I just became a juggalo, but she stuck around with me for like 6 fucking years, like through like the heaviest era of my juggalo.
She didn't like it either. She wasn't into the shit.
She was not into it, but she put up with it for whatever reason. I mean, then it ended, but nevertheless. But my current wife does not. She fucking does not like ICP. I wouldn't say she hates them, I guess, but not a fan. Let's just put it like that.
Neither is mine, man.
Bro, we need to get but we should have both of our wives on here. Like, just make them listen to like 5 ICP songs and just like talk about it.
Dude, it's hilarious when I play ICP songs in front of my wife. The commentary that comes out of her mouth during the shit is fucking absolutely gold. It is gold. She's just like, she has no clue what it is. So she's just like, what? You know what I
I
mean?
love
Like,
that she's actively listening to it though. Like I feel if I play shit like around my wife, she's just not even gonna pay attention. I would laugh at something. She'd be like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh, that lyric was funny." She's like, "Oh, I didn't hear it." Every time. So,
yeah, it's
anyways.
funny. They put up the women that put up with us for this shit, man.
Yeah.
You got it. God bless them.
That's why our viewer base is 100% male, bro. according to YouTube. Oh shit. So all right. So were you always like you're born and raised in California?
California? No, sir. I'm Canadian.
Canadian. Oh, okay, even better.
What made you think
Yeah.
California?
Well, I assume because I knew he was in Pacific time, but then he started talking about working on Netflix. I was like, okay, mate, I assume he's in LA. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, okay, that makes
My
sense.
bad.
No, I grew up in Hamilton, Ontario.
Okay.
Where I lived for the bulk of my life before I moved out here to go to film school.
Oh, cool.
And over the last like 10 years, I've kind of just gone where the work has been, so just kind of bounced back and forth between Vancouver and Toronto, whatever shooting.
Okay, that's pretty cool. How is the Juggalo scene like up there in Canada in your area?
Non-existent. Well, I mean, non-existent around Vancouver, from what I've told, or what I've seen, anyways. Hamilton, you catch a couple walking around.
Okay.
Especially downtown Hamilton, which is where I was usually hanging out.
I would assume above Michigan is kind of probably where it spread pretty thickly, right?
Yeah, are those parts of Canada near Michigan?
I mean, yeah, ish. You know, Canada's just like its own little entity, all in all. But
Okay.
Toronto was pretty Juggalo oriented. Hamilton in parts, but I mean, like we had a hard time even finding Fago.
Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah,
plus they never came down. Like for the longest time, they just had border issues.
Oh yeah.
So once they finally started coming down, it was mostly just Twisted coming by, and then finally ICP started showing up.
So wait,
But-
since you were a Juggalo, so becoming a Juggalo at 14 or 15, it had to be frustrating then. If that, it was probably years before you got to see ICP.
Well, I actually I saw them at the Hell's Pit tour.
Oh, okay.
I want to say we drove out to Buffalo. I know we went to the States. I forget exactly where. I want to say Buffalo.
Okay.
And it was amazing, man. Like ICP and Rob Zombie ruined concerts for me because like I just didn't go to concerts for a long time, and then I went to go see Rob Zombie as my first concert, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And then like I saw like Stained, and I was
Yeah.
like, this sucks. And then I saw like 3 or 4 other concerts. I'm like, no, I guess I just don't like concerts. I just like Rob Zombie shows. And then ICP was just like another level of immersion. It was crazy.
Hell yeah, dude. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Did they throw when they came to Canada? Were they throwing like Coke?
No, they brought Diet Fago.
Oh, cool.
So they had their own.
Well, you guys got the full experience then, man. I mean, that's shit.
Yeah, it
That's pretty
took
cool.
like 20 years, but they got here.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
And I think the last time they came to Vancouver, there was like shenanigans. I wasn't here for that. I was in Toronto at the time, but they came and they played like less than half a set, which turned into a Shaggy solo set, and then they just stopped the show.
Oh
like
wow.
halfway through it.
Yeah, that's
Um,
weird.
Yeah, I have no idea what went
Something
down,
happened with
but
Jay, right?
Yeah, must
that
have.
was down to it, yeah.
That's weird.
Panic attack or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was a show he had here that was he got. They said he got like arrested for or some shit, and then like Shaggy came out like with like Rude Boy or something stupid, like as his hype man or something stupid, and like they were he was just performing solo, and then Jay comes out like halfway through the set and started performing. So like they've done some weird shit like that. I don't know. I never did get a correct explanation for that, but it was weird shit.
Jay has issues with panic attacks on
Yeah.
stage. He's definitely been through the ringer with some of those throughout the years.
Maybe that's part of it. So what was your first album you purchased? Juggalo Brothers?
Yeah, I think it had to have been Juggalo Brothers. Yeah, Juggalo Brothers, and then I think from there I went Riddlebox.
Okay.
And then Malenko.
Okay.
Malenko I had a weird experience with because like we were in Tennessee at the time. I don't know why my parents dragged me out to Tennessee for whatever they were doing, but there was fuck all to do in Tennessee. I just remember being so bored. But there was a CD store that I picked up the Great Malenko, and the way that at wherever we were staying, you had to put the CD in upstairs so it would play downstairs.
Huh,
And
okay.
At the time, I was very like self-conscious about listening to ICP or anything around my parents. But I really wanted to listen to it, so I'd have to put the CD in upstairs, run downstairs, and then hope to God they don't come in and like start talking because I didn't have volume. I couldn't hit pause.
Wow.
So I just remember listening to the whole album, just feeling nervous, butterflies in my stomach.
Yell at them when they come in, like, "Hey, what do you need?"
I'm not listening to anything, parents. What's going on? Like you're just talking over it and shit.
Like the Ned games playing under him. I gotta go.
That's hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
So did you get to experience the full album at least before they interrupted?
I did.
It's weird. It's like jerking off.
Yeah, it's like that's what I was about to say. Get caught masturbating.
Yeah, I remember like Juggalo Brothers and Bizarre Bizarre to this day. Love the albums, but they're almost the last things I go for because I just overplayed the living hell out of them when they were like new.
Yeah, I feel you.
Those are great albums, though, man.
You just gotta tuck them away for a while, and then once they come out of hiding, and that nostalgia wave will fucking hit you, and you'll fall in love all over again, man.
Yeah, that's just it.
It's great.
And I've had through your guys' show, I've had a really good time going back and kind of re-examining, things I haven't heard in a long time, and both of your different perspectives on the songs are making me go, oh yeah, I never really like. I remember when Carver, you mentioned for Southwest Voodoo, you heard that reggae like sound in the background to it, and I never even connected that. And now it's like, of course, that sounds very like
He's great at picking that kind of shit out, man. I don't really have an ear for that, but he's always finding like a little sound like I don't even notice until he points it out.
Well, I'm a student of music, man. I listen to all genres, and I just love music. So, and I know Mikey Clark is as well. He's a student of music. He explores different genres, and that's one reason why ICP is the early shit is so incredible.
Yeah, you're right. Certain magic. You agree with that? I mean, what's your stance on the Mike E. Clark situation?
As in, was the first deck better than the second?
Sure, there you go. Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, like, to me, I think I'm bred to think that way anyways, right? I guarantee you there's people who are 14 listening to Bang Pow Boom, and they are swearing by the new deck just as we are.
Yeah, I feel that.
But the difference is they're wrong, and we're right. So.
Of course. Thank you for making us feel better about our decisions.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
I was thinking about just being a juggalo in the modern era, and how different that must be for younger juggalos. Because to us, correct me if I'm wrong here, my experience with it was like it was cool because we knew what it was. It was like Scrubs United. We all kind of saw each other for who we were, but it was secretive. Like no one really knew what the hell was up. And then it's like you got to think like the younger juggalos today who are just getting in are coming on with the baggage of what the public perception of juggalos are. Like there's memes, and it highlights all like the not the worst parts, which is the more eccentric parts of the community. And it's like they have to take that on, whereas we kind of didn't. We were just kind of like happy with knowing all the details to ourselves. So.
Yeah, like we got the similar treatment, I should say, but it was more of like an organic thing, like.
But it was so underground for such a long time that it just. I see what he's saying though. You got to come in today like knowing this shit. It's just, man.
It's like we're having a fucking scarlet letter, like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's got to be tricky. You're right. I've never thought about that.
But for us, we had to get confronted when ICP started to become memes and being made fun of on Saturday Night Live. It's like your friends and family would come to you and be like, I saw your band that you like on Saturday Night Live, and the magnet thing. What do you think now? And you're just like, So it's almost like they confront you, like your band got called out. Now what are you gonna do?
I know about it now. Fucking fool.
And that happened around the time when all of us kind of stopped giving a fuck.
Right.
So we're all like, oh, it sounds like a normal ICP song.
Yeah. Shortly after Bang Pow Boom, it was kind of that era for me, and I was just like, well, they're on Saturday Night Live. I didn't fucking know. Okay, whatever.
So that said, like we kind of know how you came into it, but like where are you at now? Like as far as your juggalo-ness? Like I see you're wearing like regular ass trendy outfit. You look like a fucking somebody that works at I don't know. I was
strapping young lad, man.
I was gonna say that, but I said that last week.
The industry, son. I gotta.
No, yeah, you're like a cool looking guy. You know what I mean? You don't look like a juggalo at all, which is a compliment.
Thanks. I guess.
Which is a compliment.
Yeah. No, it was where I am right now is very just kind of appreciative. You know,
Yeah,
like
man.
I'm dipping back into it. I understand the songs for what they are. I totally understand some songs have aged horribly. You know, like lyrics on like little something something.
Yeah,
something,
that was the exact one I was about to say.
right,
Man.
where you're just like, let's skip this one. Like, it's not worth trying to explain. It was of a different time.
Yeah.
Like, no, let's just not defend that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But no, man, like it's something I'm very I'm proud of, man. Like that was a very, very special time in my life, and I would never betray it by saying like, yeah, I was into that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Acting all coy about it. And it's really funny how like it just seems to come up. I don't have to say it. Somebody else will catch wind of something and bring it up to me. Like I find the outside world is very fascinated with Juggalo culture.
Sure.
So for example, I don't know if I should be saying this story, but who gives a shit? The
No one watches this.
yeah. I was on set and it had 3 days earlier come out that I was Juggalo, and the on-set photographer was just like fascinated by this. And he's just like, but you don't look like a Juggalo. And I'm like, yeah, I'm at work. Like
Yeah, right.
at home I'm wearing like a ringmaster jersey. Like trust me, I am the part. But it's not like a big deal to me. And then when an actor or actress finishes on the show, what happens is there's like, and the AD will announce, and today was their last day of shooting, and everybody applauds and stuff. Somebody had wrapped that day, and somebody else, one of the actors on the show, went woo woo. And I looked over like, what the hell? And the photographer ran up to me, goes, "Don't think I didn't hear you whoop whoop." I'm like, I think that was the actor.
That's funny.
Trying to blame you for it.
Well, I went and talked to him. I'm like, so are you? And he's like, are you? And I'm like, yeah, man. So he goes, yeah, I mean, like, I find the culture really fascinating and stuff. And he's like, it's so like full of love.
That's
and
cool.
Like, yeah. So there's these like not full Juggalos, but just fascinated. Like,
it's almost like
do everything about it. Man.
Yeah,
like,
it's almost like it's almost like they're actual Juggalos, but they're in the closet about it. You know what I mean? They can't come out yet. They're not ready. It's all right.
They don't want the baggage that comes with it.
Yeah, I don't want that baggage.
Yeah, that's true. And you know what? That's fine. You know, I there was a time in my life where I'd be like, man, fuck that Juggalo, man. They fucking, but I get it. I get it now. It's fine. Like, I completely don't blame you if you want to go that route. That's cool.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah,
Did
exactly.
you have anything else you want to touch on before we let Krutch go, man? I don't want to keep tying him up.
I see a guitar in your. You play guitar?
It was another habit I picked up over the quarantine. So I'm learning. I'm having a blast doing it. I still completely suck, but for someone who has like high anxiety peaks, that is awesome. Like, that is a relaxing instrument to just chill out. I'll watch YouTube and just practice, different chords and stuff, and it's just brings me right down to a nice calm place. There's
a couple videos on YouTube where they're playing Homies, and that's a pretty good one.
I learned how to do that one.
Yeah,
that's good.
$50 would be the one.
Yeah,
we talked about that. That'd be sweet. That'd be a good one.
I think that those are bar chords, and I still suck.
Yeah, I feel that. I can't. I like on the ukulele. I'm trying to teach myself too. So like, I'll try to do bar chords, and that's only 4 fucking strings on this little tiny thing. I can't even do it on that, dude. My feeble hands can't do it yet. They just can't. All right. All right, Krutch. Fascinating conversation. We appreciate you joining us, man. You're a cool ass dude.
Man, thank you, and thanks for the show, man. Seriously, like this has been such a. It's. I think last week your guest, forgive me for not remembering his name. Marcus. I think he said it best. Where like this filled a void you didn't really know was there.
Yeah.
And, it's presenting the part of the community that I love to be a part of, and not necessarily all the antics that come with it half the time.
Sure.
So yeah, and man, this has been awesome going down every CD. So yeah, thank you very much for having me on, man.
Hell yeah, man. Anytime. That was great. We appreciate the love too, man. That's mighty awesome of you to say those nice things.
Yeah, thanks, man. That was a very, very intriguing origin story, I must say.
Yeah, man. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks. See you later.
See ya.
All right, man. Krutch, what a cool ass dude.
Yeah, man. We're just knocking them out of the park, man, with these guests, man.
I
These
know.
are cool people, man.